So what do we want to see tonight in the draft? That's today's draft. Here's the trivia question for Chris Simms. If he gets it right, he gets the first pick. Joe Burrow is likely going to be the first overall pick tonight. If that happens, he will become just the second quarterback in the common draft era to win the Heisman Trophy and the national championship the season before being the first pick in the draft. Who was the other player to do it, Chris? Heisman, national championship, first overall pick.
Oh my gosh! Hold on. This is this is so easy. It's the common draft era you're talking about right here. So
yes.
Oh my gosh, who am I missing here? That's the Heisman National Championship #1 pick. Is this really obvious? Am I stupid here?
Yes.
Like that I'm
yes.
that I'm missing this one? Who the hell is? All right, go ahead. I'm choking. Total choke.
Cam Newton. I was going to give you a hint. Cam Newton. I mean, I was going to say he's still in the league, sort of. Anything I would have said like that would have told you. Yeah, Cam Newton. All right.
Damn. I can't believe I got that wrong or didn't get a guess at all.
But when we say common draft, then you start thinking of guys like Y.A. Tittle and Bart Starr. And, you know, if it would be within the last 10 years, if we had just said in the last 10 years, you probably would have figured out Cam Newton. All right. First pick for me, very simple, very easy. Where does Tua Tagovailoa land? That's what I want to see. That's the story of the draft. It's the Johnny Manziel question 6 years later. And let me tell you, the 2014 draft, and I saw that it was re-aired last night, the 2014 draft was one of the most compelling that I can remember simply because of Johnny Manziel. The free fall, the Cowboys, the intrigue, the drama, the Browns getting involved to make him pick number 22. I don't know that the same thing is going to play out with Tua. I feel bad for him if he slides, but I kind of want him to slide, Chris, because I want it to last. I don't want him to go in the top 5. I don't want him to go in the top 10. I want it to linger. I want it to become compelling. And sorry, Tua, I know you want to get drafted and you want to get paid, but I want to be entertained. And I'm going to be more entertained the longer he's on the board.
Well, yeah, I mean, I hear you. You know, that's kind of where I wanted to go with my first pick, honestly. It's along the same line, so that's a good one. You know, I'm going to say something similar, but it's not the same in the fact that I kind of want to see Miami Dolphins, you know, not pick a quarterback with their first 2 picks and us be all in like, oh my gosh, what are they going to do with pick number 26? You know, I just want to see the chaos of that. So that's going to be my first pick. It's just like, I want to see the Dolphins pass on the quarterback with their first 2 picks and then go, oh man, is Tua still going to be on the board? Are they going to make a late move to maybe trade back up in, like I said earlier in the show, and get a 4th pick in the first round and get a guy like Jordan Love? Or do they just take Jordan Love with the 26th pick? But that's, to me, the one thing you know, again, I really like Justin Herbert, but just for viewing pleasure, I would love to see that in the chaos it creates and where this whole quarterback conversation goes from there.
Next one for me, and this one is very simple. And it's not will the commissioner be booed, it's how will the commissioner be booed. He teased to Peter King earlier this week that basically you have to tune in to see what happens. And then there was a promotion that came out from Budweiser or Bud Light Seltzer, one of them, that you could do a video of yourself booing the commissioner. They were going to contribute $1 for every video to coronavirus relief, up to $500,000, which is a great cause, a great reason to do it. So maybe they'll be playing some of those videos. But that's a little too self-aware. That's forced. That's not organic. I want to know, will there be authentic, organic, actual booing? There's going to be a montage behind the commissioner during every pick of 15 fans. And we talked about this last week, I don't think that's enough anonymity to get them to naturally boo him because, you know, if it's 10,000 people, they'll boo. And then when it's a small group, they'll clamor for selfies and signatures. That's the way the human mind works. But I don't know. I mean, will they view this promotion to be enough, or will there be some other avenue for booing the commissioner? I'd love to see his family kind of boo him to get it all started. If you do it the right way, you come off as getting it. And I think he does kind of get it. There's a difference between getting it, though, and coming off on TV as if you get it, if that makes any sense, and it probably doesn't.
No, it doesn't make any sense, but I understand.
It makes a little sense.
Yeah, I guess so. Sense. Okay. But, I mean, that would be cool, actually, though, if Roger Goodell is about to get up there and all of a sudden we see his wife and kids all of a sudden go, boo, you stink, Dad, you stink. That would be really funny. I actually would enjoy that. I hope he has fun with it. It's kind of a tradition And we need to hear some boo of Roger Goodell at some point. And again, like you said, it's not personal. People just like to boo people of power more times than not, whether it's owners, commissioners, whatever it may be. All right.
And you take the power away from the boo if you embrace it. You turn it from an insult into something that is not necessarily positive, but it's not as negative as it otherwise would be.
Yes, exactly right. I hear you there, and it will be cool. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Maybe if they add some fake booze in there or something like that. All right, I'm along a little bit of the same lines here too. I want to see a really crucial pick, right? Like it's about to go down. There was this huge trade, and we're gonna finally hear who this team that made this big trade for. And then I want the Zoom connection to freeze just as he's about to say the name. So we're all like, wait, who the hell did it? Who is it? And none of us know for about like a minute until it gets figured out or whatever it may be. To me, that would just be fun and add a little theatrics to it. And of course, the reality of the situation is that crap happens right now, like me getting cut off of the show a few times this week already.
Yeah, I would think you would have a little more, and I never know whether it's sympathy or empathy. I always have to look it up or think about it. But I think you would be able to relate more and not want it to happen, given the stream of expletives that you let fly during the break when you got cut off multiple times earlier this week.
Yes, well, I do. I have empathy or sympathy towards that. I do, but it doesn't mean I wouldn't want to see somebody else stress out for a few seconds for some entertainment, and especially just to like leave the whole nation in the dark for just a few seconds to where we're all like, wait, who is it? Who did they pick? What's wrong with my TV? Why is it not working? What happened? I think that would be kind of fun. Eventually we'll get to know who it is. I just want to see a little chaos.
All right, and chaos is normally good. I just don't want chaos to derail this process, and I don't think it will. But a glitch or two here or there, I think, will make some sense. All right, I want to see whether or not LSU or Alabama tie the Miami record for 7 first-round picks taken from the same school in the same year. It was 2004 for Miami, and I mean, when all else fails, pick somebody from LSU or Alabama. It's the Mike Mayock approach. Remember last year, Clemson and Alabama. Now it's LSU at Alabama. Just take a guy from LSU or Alabama, and you'll be fine if you don't know what else to do. And I'm kind of hoping that they both end up with 7 guys in the first round, Chris.
That was going to be my next pick, and I'm with you there. It would be cool to see one of those two teams break the record. I think Alabama probably has a better chance to break it than LSU. But regardless, I mean, it just once again. The SEC, as we've seen, there's just so much king in college football. It's just not even close between anybody else. Just all the SEC players are what? They're looking here to break the record again for the first round with most conference players drafted. So I hear you there. All right, I think I'm going to go with something I went with my mock draft. And, it's a rumor that I heard from, like I told you, that somebody I trust or 2 people that I trust. But I really want to see it in a lot of ways. I want to see CeeDee Lamb go to the Arizona Cardinals at pick number 8. I think that will throw the draft a big-time curveball. I think it's going to make a lot of teams panic in the early teams who are looking at receivers, like maybe the Jets, the Raiders. We've heard the Broncos are very interested at 15 at wide receiver. If one goes off the board that early, I think you could see panic by others if they thought they were going to get a receiver that they really wanted the teams to where they go, oh, no, maybe the guy we want might not be there. So that could lead 1 to some trades, but 2, CeeDee Lamb with Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins and Larry Fitzgerald and Cliff Kingsbury, I just think would be really cool. It'd be like the Golden State Warriors offensive explosion when they had Kevin Durant. I think it'd be fun for NFL.
The Rams are in real danger of getting left in the dust in the NFC West because they have become, all due respect, dysfunctional, or at least borderline dysfunctional, since going to the Super Bowl and losing to the Patriots. The other 3 teams in that division all have that arrow pointing up, and the Cardinals, if they get CeeDee Lamb, they're going to be real contenders in the division and in the conference.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.